This is Top Shop Podcast.
Shop Podcast.
Top Shop Podcast.
Podcast for automotive service business owners by Paul Donahue.
Hey, Top Shop Podcast listeners. Have a owner here with 3 decades of experience. So he's Tim is in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Autosmith Premium Automotive Repair. Autosmith Premium Inc. So that's a long time to be in the industry. Any retirement plans, Tim?
Oh, one of these days. I don't know when. Don't know when I want to quit.
Well, I don't know how to start these podcasts sometimes, but how about this one? How'd you get here? How'd you become a repair shop owner?
Well, I worked for dealers for several years.
Oh,
Got tired of all that politics of dealers and the
okay.
automotive stuff. And finally, after my last dealer I worked at, I thought, I'm taking care of the customer. I'm repairing the cars. I'm making the work order. Why don't I do this for myself?
Good idea. Obviously, it worked out well. So you were able to bring that corporate experience, but get rid of that politics, hustle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my service advisor, when I lived in Florida at the Porsche dealer, went to another dealer over in Tampa. And the next thing I knew, he was at the shop that I used that was local. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And he said, I'm done. He said, it's not about fixing cars anymore. I said, it's about money, right? He goes, yep. So he went to work for European Performance in St. Petersburg and still there.
Yeah.
Great service advisor. So anyway, you've seen a couple changes in the automotive repair industry.
Yeah, quite a few.
So what do you think the biggest changes have been in the last 5 or 10 years? And how do you think they're shaping the auto repair of the future?
The electronics and everything are getting more crucial. And, I don't mean to speak negative, but today's people don't want to work and find the problem. And that's why they have trouble in this industry, because all they want to do is the easy stuff, the easy brake stuff,
All right.
brake job stuff like that. And they're not getting as easy anymore. But, the changes of electronics, electric parking brakes, everything's changing out quite a bit.
Right. Yeah. So what do you think? Where do you think the industry's heading? Any guess on that? Hybrids, new battery technology, hydrogen.
Well, if you ask my opinion, the hybrid I'd rather have more than just a straight electric car. Hydrogen, I don't know. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, it all depends on moving it and storing it. So
Right.
be great if we can do it, because all the gas stations are there. They would just change from a liquid to a liquid gas to a gas. But
Yeah.
How do we do that without blowing everybody up? That's the problem. We got to figure out. Yeah.
Well,
So
it's that way with electric cars too. If they get rear-ended, sometimes that battery shorts out.
I didn't know that, really.
Yep.
Kind of like the Pintos remember the Pinto?
The gas tank, yeah.
Yeah, the gas tank on the Pintos, man. Only us older guys know that stuff.
I know.
Yeah. So, hey, when you were first getting started, did you start your shop from scratch, or was it a shop that was already established? No, that's right. You started this from scratch, right? Or,
Yes. Yes,
you
sir.
did. Okay. Oh, yeah, you could have bought a shop that was already in existence, but you didn't. You started
No.
it from scratch.
Well, I started this one from scratch, and then I purchased another shop and ran it for 18 and a half years. And then I purchased another Land Rover facility and moved it in with Autosmith.
Okay. Okay. So when you were first getting started 30 years ago, what were some of the what would you say the biggest challenge was when you were first getting started?
Biggest challenge is getting information and stuff. Used to you didn't have all data and you didn't have anything online. You only had books and stuff. You'd buy a book for this car, a book for that car. Now it's all online. That's a lot nicer that way. But
Okay.
they're not putting everything online. You got to ask them, go to the library and find this and find that.
Right. So, um, what about finances? When you were first getting started, I mean, no businesses are going to make it, very far without, solid finances.
Well, I had money saved up, not a lot, but some. It was and I didn't try to buy anything quick. I think that's the biggest mistake of most people is they want to go out there and buy a whole shop full of equipment, then they can't pay for it. My I've been little things at a time. I would buy used racks. I would buy different things like that. And now, I go if I want something new, I go buy it. I don't finance anything, and I can, but I just choose not to. I don't think it's smart.
Well, I've had a more than one shop owner that's been around for a while tell me that. That in the beginning, just watch the dollars, don't be running out and financing new hunter equipment right away,
Exactly.
yeah. And
Well,
watch. Go ahead.
yeah, that's how I got the shop in Mount Juliet. The guy was not in the automotive industry. He bought a shop and he went in and bought wheel balancers and everything. He went bankrupt, and that's when I took
Oh,
that one out of that.
no kidding. You actually took over a shop. Uh,
Yep, I
to
took
get
it over and and said, no, I don't want this equipment. I'll take this equipment, and stuff like this.
wow, wow.
And
And
the big,
that's how that guy went out of business.
yes, he did. He lost some big bucks.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So yeah, no business is going to make it 5 or 10 years, let alone 30, without solid financial practices. You got any advice for other shop owners on how you do that?
Well, before I went into business, I worked for two or three independent shops, and it got where, oh, we can't pay you today because we haven't got the money in yet. And I vowed when I started my business, I'd have enough money put back that that would never happen to me. And we keep a good chunk in the bank just for anything we need. We do not go out there and I can go spend money, but why? I don't want to put my employees at risk. I want to make sure they're taken care of. And that was the thing that hurt me when I was working for somebody else. You
Hmm.
wasn't going to get paid. Well, that didn't sit too well. So I vowed then. I said I'll have money always. We've always put money back. We don't spend money a lot.
Do you do just a certain percentage for this fund, or
No, well, my wife is a tightwad.
yeah, my wife's a type.
I can spend money for equipment stuff, but she doesn't spend money like me.
All right.
And, I we keep probably oh time payroll's done. Well, it's we keep a chunk in there. There's at least $50,000 in the bank to cover anything.
Okay. All right. That'll work. That'll help out things a lot.
That
Um,
way you're not doing something stupid, and
yeah. Yeah. Hey, Tim, how many techs do you have?
of three,
Three. And then CSRs?
one.
What? So it's four in the shop altogether?
Well, one's in the office and the rest in the shop.
Okay. Did you do anything for shop culture? I mean, if I would have came to an owner 30 years ago and talked about shop culture, they'd be like, what? What's that? But it's kind of a big thing nowadays. The tech shortage, if you don't have a good culture in the shop, you just tend not to keep people. So, any advice on how you've developed a good shop culture? Well, you just mentioned it. You pay your people.
Yeah, they get
Yeah,
paid. Plus,
that's a
they get retirement benefits, Aflac, a lot of different things that we supply for them.
Okay, you even supply Aflac for them?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Well,
and also, they get vacation every year. We have Christmas bonuses. When I was in the young tech, we always got some kind of bonus at Christmas. Well, we always have bonuses at Christmas time, and there's pretty nice bonuses. So, it's just, things like that. And, it's a non smoking shop, clean shop. I don't like a lot of mess going on or anything like. And honestly, if I needed another tech, I want to hire somebody that doesn't know everything, that really wants to learn.
Right,
Because
right,
when
yeah.
they learn, they will see great things happening. Because they can grow and increase their pay and stuff like that if they're willing to work. And plus, I want to train them the way it should be done, not the way some jackleg done it.
Hmm. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you about that. You can't get two auto repair shop owners in the same room without the tech shortage subject coming up. Any advice on how you find, hire, and retain good techs?
You can go to the colleges that are going to Nashville All Diesel College here in Nashville. You can go there and see if anybody wants to learn. Only problem is the teacher said, "Oh, you're going to come out. You're going to do this. You're going to do that." Well, you find out they don't know a whole lot.
Yeah, the teachers don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What's that old saying? Those that don't know how to do it, teach it.
Yeah, I don't
Something
mind
like
teaching.
that.
If you don't know, ask, and then you can learn. That's how I learned. Mine's been a natural thing. It's just been ever since I was a kid. It didn't matter what was broke, I fixed it. So it's just natural inside of me. And I can go through my brain and say, "Oh, all right, I go here, do this, do that, and we'll get the problem solved."
Mm, yeah,
That's just a natural thing. But people that are in too big a hurry or whatever, they're just not going to get it all done right.
yeah. So, Tim, when you were if you had to do all over again, what's one thing you'd do different?
I would do one facility and bigger. I wouldn't.
Okay, instead
I
of
wouldn't.
ah,
I wouldn't have spread myself out so far.
you'd have got the 10, 12 bay shop in one location.
Right. Exactly. I would not have bought three. I just would have because the mileage, even though it was only like 25 miles,
It doesn't matter, man. You're
doesn't
bouncing
matter.
around. Yep. You're like a ping pong ball, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a really good piece of advice. Yep.
Yeah.
So instead of looking for a multi-location, look for a larger location to grow your shop
Right.
and keep it under one roof.
Right.
That's
It's because if you're there, you can make things happen.
Yep. That's some pretty solid advice. Yeah. So 30 years ago when you're getting started, do you have any kids?
Oh yeah, I've got six.
Six. So you had three shops and six kids. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So you'll be a really good guy to ask this question to
Yeah.
work-life integration. Well, you had six kids and
Uh-huh.
you've got three shops. And I'm saying you're like a ping pong ball between three shops. Well, then we got a family. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Well, the one shop I just bought and moved it to the one where I'm at now.
okay.
I didn't keep three shops. It's three
Yeah.
businesses moved into two.
But six kids, that's a really big.
Yeah, they're older now. We
Well, now
lost
they
two.
are, but 30 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we lost two to car wrecks. That was hard, but we've made our way through it, and we go to helping
Separate, se
horsemen and stuff like that.
separate car wrecks or a same car wreck?
It was a rollover, single car accident, but the seatbelt's what suffocated them. That's why my wife's not a big fan of seatbelts.
The seatbelt suffocated them.
Yeah, because they were unconscious and they were hanging,
Oh,
across their chest. They couldn't take air in.
wow. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part of
So,
life sometimes.
yeah. What about customers? Um, Different shops have different strategies for, keeping and retaining good customers. What's your philosophy on that?
You take care of their car right. You be honest with them, and you communicate with them, and everything will be fine. I had one customer had a Tesla. We did a brake job on it, just a normal brake job,
Right.
and they emailed me, "Oh, we're unhappy." I said, "What's going on?" "My rotors, I can see the rust on it." I said, "What?" "I can see the rust on the rotors." I said, "Okay, bring it in." So I had to take it off, paint the center of the rotors and everything to make them happy. And that was the first for me. They were unhappy because there was rust on the rotors.
Rust on the rotors.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you painted the
So
rotors for
we painted them and they were happy as a lark.
them. As the old saying goes, more than one way to skin the cat, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, hey, what do you think of how important do you think training is in today's evolution of the auto repair shop? I mean, training and ongoing education, what sort of an importance do you believe that plays in the long-term success of today's current auto repair shop owners?
It's important. I like the online training. I've had sour notes when you go to different trainings and it's in person with your techs and people's trying to steal your techs and all that stuff. You know, but that's that. But I like all these people with uh, the programs where they take their test and they pass SAE, whatever they call
ASC,
it, ASE.
right?
As I think my total opinion is they need to go in and diagnose a problem, and they get their certificate. If they can't diagnose it, they fail it. You can do things on paper, sure. They got cheat notes and all that stuff, but still, that's not showing a real true tech.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they if they don't get the right training, they won't know how to go in there and trace electrical. It overwhelms them. When you see 500 wires there, it's going to overwhelm you.
Yep.
But like they told me at Chrysler School, keep KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Because
Right.
if you keep it simple, you will find it easier. When you make it blowed up and a big thing, you'll miss it.
Yep. Okay. So, what are some of the key like management practices um, that you think have contributed to your success? You already mentioned one, the finances. You put a percentage away, everything that comes in, you keep a good safety net there. So, um, your techs, how long have most of your techs been with you?
This my one's been here 9 years or so, nine, right at 9 years, and the other one about five.
About five. Okay.
But
And
if you like when I said benefits, we do a simple IRA. We match 3%,
oh, okay.
so that way they have a retirement for that.
Sure.
Stuff like that, and they can put more in if they want, up to
Right.
18%, I think.
Wow.
But
Okay.
so that's right now the market's doing good on all their IRAs and everything.
Yep. Yep. It is. Everybody that's got that going on right now. Um, and you're doing the most important thing you could possibly do to get the new techs, and that's to do the outreach to the schools.
Yeah, yeah,
Find the one that's naturally inclined because they like to work on cars and they want to get started. So you give them a broom, and then you show them how to do oil changes, and you show them what a tire changing machine is, and
yeah.
yeah, those are how all the shops that I'm talking to that are able to grow
Right.
are doing it because the days of ASC Master Tech walking in and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." That's
That's not
no, that's not
happening.
going to happen right now.
It's just like and you got to keep a positive attitude.
Right.
You,
Okay.
you
Sure.
know, you can't go out there and scream and holler and fuss and cuss. That's
Right.
one thing that I think is in the industry that seems to be normal. It's not here. I'm not tolerating that. I'm not part of that. Like I tell my techs, to listen. You come to work here. First of all, I don't cuss. I'm not going to carry on and fuss and muss. I say, if you break something, just say so. We're going to fix it. That's all we got to do. You just can't get an attitude with all that stuff.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. So it's mindset is a very important part of any business. So the owners that things go wrong, of course they go wrong, but if they react with a negative emotion to that, then that spreads to the whole team, and it causes a poisonous culture, and yeah, doesn't go well. So that's good. So hey, what do you enjoy most about running an auto repair shop?
I like knowing that the job is done right. I get a lot of cars here that's been somewhere else and they can't fix it or they mess something up. And I enjoy finding the problem. Am I going to do it free? No. But I can find the problem. We'll see what it is and we'll get it fixed for them. You
Hmm.
know, I've had BMWs in here that been to another shop. I don't know if they got mad or whatever. They'd leave the footwheel module all unplugged. Everything was acting up like crazy.
Oh, gee.
But I went in there and found it, got it taken care of. But I've had people that worked at upholstery shops and put in carpet, and they left everything unhooked under the consoles. Man, that's a lot to deal with stuff like that. But
Wow.
not just anybody can do that.
Right. Yeah.
So we do them all, and we're not just European shop. We do everything out there. So
Okay. You do everything out there. Okay.
yeah, I do Land Rovers, Nissans, Ford, Chevrolets, Toyotas. Uh, do a lot of BMWs. Do a lot of Audis. Nobody wants to touch Audi around here for some reason. I don't know why. Or
Oh,
Volkswagen. They act like Volkswagen's the plague. I said, what's the problem? It's a car.
right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, that's good. That's good for you.
Yeah. Well,
ARO is much, much better on European than it is
oh yeah.
domestic.
Oh yeah. I
So,
mean, my week, I'm not, somebody says, well, what's your car count? I said, first of all, I don't go by car count. I said, I go by getting work done right. I said, and
mhm.
my numbers are always better than anybody else.
Because you're focused on
Right.
the leading indicator, not the lagging indicator.
Right. And
Right.
all these people, well, your car count. I said, listen, I said, my car count's quite well. We're doing okay. I don't have to probably worry about it. For
Yep.
my size of shop, I'm doing quite well.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Where do you see the auto repair industry heading in the next 10 years? I mean, do you think it's going to pretty much just stay the same as it is, or do you think that um,
I think it's changing. Uh, Dealers are trying to push independence out. We got
oh,
to
of
keep
course.
trying to keep on. We got to keep on top of that. If we don't, like now, I can put in Mercedes valve bodies and all that stuff, but I can't program because they say it's a security issue. So, I could program it if they give me the stuff to do it with, but they won't. I can program Fords, I can program Chevrolets, I can program Nissans, I can do all that stuff. But, Mercedes, like, if you put a key cylinder or anything in a BMW, you have to have so much stuff to even get that key. It's crazy.
Right. Yep. Yep. So, do you go to any of these events anywhere? Do you go to, you're an ASA member, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Automotive Service Association. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and I am too. So you probably know other owners, don't you?
I know some, but they're getting bought out little by little, it looks like.
Are they?
Yeah.
I was just wondering if if you knew any new owners, because I like asking that question. What are the common mistakes you see new owners making? But some owners don't get around a lot of other owners. Some owners go to like Vision in um, Missouri, or they'll go to um, what's that one in Hershey? It's Maaka. It's Tools, the Tools event over in PA.
Yeah.
They'll go there. And then you're all in a hotel for 3 or 4 days, and you meet hundreds of other owners. But you don't get around a lot of other owners, do you?
No, I don't. But what I'm finding is the young owners don't know how to keep their peace. If I find one thing, if a person's going to badmouth somebody, another shop, that's not good.
No, never.
So it
Never.
should never happen. I don't care who, what, winner. I mean, I had one that was at another shop in this town. Came to me. They had pulled the sensor wiring out and stuff like that. I said, "Well, this has happened. We got this taken care of. This got wasn't connected, stuff like that." But I didn't try to say, "Hey, they're bad. They're this." Well, the tech just didn't do a good job.
Yeah. Didn't button up the job correctly before they sent it out the door.
Right.
Yeah. So.
because the light was on when it went out. There was no way it wasn't on.
How would you not know? You're repairing the car, but the light's still on. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's not good. So, anyway, did you have any mentors while you were working and growing your business?
No, well, see, when I started at a GM dealer. I had an older guy, which I did all the hard work, the diesels and stuff like that, and the GM cars. And when they came out with those first diesels, I was putting pumps in, engines in like crazy. But I had an older guy. He didn't say a lot, but he just moved at a certain pace. Then if he had a little tip, he'd say, "Hey, do this here, and this will take care of that problem." And you know, it was good little things like that. But far as having somebody at a shop that did that, there was not. There, I had to figure it out myself, and that's where my self ability came in strong.
Okay. Yeah. So, have you been, are you pretty much out of shop operations or,
Oh
um,
no, I'm still back there.
oh, you're
I,
still back there. Okay.
on purpose. On
Okay.
purpose. I don't. The reason I did that, here's my reasoning, is when I bought that other shop out that was in Mount Juliet. Well, the thing about that shop was the techs thought that the owner didn't know anything, and they got him to buy all that extra equipment.
Oh,
I said, I want you to know, I know, and I know how. I can fix anything back here. I can put engines in. I can do anything back here. But they need to know that I am capable of doing all that.
yep. So I can't pull the wool over your eyes.
Exactly. Well, I got to have this. Well, why? Why is your reasoning? What's the reason? It's like I just bought a brand new tire machine because it made it easier.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, what type of equipment do you recommend? Any kind of equipment? Some guys recommend hunters. Some.
I had Hunter for a while, but I have changed to alignment machine Huffman, and because I like where you don't have to crawl on the ground, and
Ah.
you raise the lift, you work on the set, and standing straight up. You don't have to do all that stuff anymore. The beam follows you. I bought Hoffman balancers because the lasers on them points exactly where they should be putting the weights. They're not wasting a lot of stuff. The machine helps them in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
And to put it in a crude way is takes the stupid out of it. The machine tells you exactly where to put it and where to do it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So, how big is Hendersonville? You have a pretty good. Hendersonville's a pretty good sized city, right?
It's pretty good size. It's not as big as Nashville, but it's pretty
No,
good
no,
size.
but I mean, you're in a good sized market, so you got a lot of competitors in your market. How do you treat competitors? Like do you treat them more like um, you see them more as a threat or an opportunity? So far, it sounds like an opportunity. Uh,
I don't think of anything as a threat.
okay,
I feel like that what goes around comes around. You do right, right will come to you. I do, I have car dealers here that have Jaguars, all this. I do all their pre buying stuff because they trust me. Every time, and I just got into the national market on doing different things. I've got people come from Nashville, from Springfield, from Mount Juliet, Hermitage. They all come here because they see my reviews and stuff like that.
hmm.
And because I'm very particular what people think about me. And if there's a problem, I want to know what it is and get it fixed.
Yeah, 303 Google reviews. Yep,
Yep.
4.8. Yep, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I I'm not able to answer all them, so I pay a man in my BNI business networking group.
Oh,
He
okay.
takes he takes care of all my review stuff. If there's a bad one, it comes straight to me right away.
Right. Yeah.
That way, I know I want to know what it is.
Hmm.
So we take care of it and get it done right.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's
And
awesome.
and that speaks volumes to people. If people take care of a problem, that speaks a lot of volume. because
Yeah.
things are going to break. It doesn't matter who it is.
Hmm. Yeah. Can you recommend any any books or resources that would help a shop owner out? I mean, had a lot of shop owners read Profit First. I've had a lot of shop owners read different books and they recommend them. Anything that comes to mind with you or?
No, I'm a biblical based type guy,
Okay.
and do unto others you have them do unto you.
Sure.
And you know, if I had a young shop owner, here's the things I'd tell him: go get in a business networking group. Business BNI, business networking. It has so many resources to help you be successful. There's
Hmm.
so many out there. And
Yeah.
I mean, they have podcast after podcast after podcast, books after books. I mean, it's new, so many out there. You can't read them all, but
Right.
they have good resources. But also, you know, uh, it taught me how to speak to people a certain way, and how to let people know, about the pain that's out there in people's experiences with other people.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, that's probably one of the guiding, what principles or values have you that you attribute to your business's success? That's one of my questions. Well, you just answered it.
Well, we
Biblical principles.
Right. My lobby right now is getting ready to be upgraded, but you know, I keep a Bible up there,
Yep.
and my secretary's up there. She don't run around fuss and cuss and carry on. I'm not going to have that. It's just having good people. That my customers love Diane. She's a great service writer. So, it's important, to have somebody that can communicate with them, because she feels their pain when well, you're going to have to buy this. It's high. I know that, but you're going to have that.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, any questions that I haven't asked that you think I should ask?
Uh, Not that I can think of.
All right. I think I pretty much covered most of it. So we do appreciate your time. How many bays do you have at the shop where you're at now?
We have 8 inside and 1 outside.
Oh, okay. So you're a pretty good sized shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you only have 3 techs, you said?
Yep.
Wow. So you have room for growth if you wanted to, correct?
I do.
Yeah.
I'd like to get 2 more, and then put my lead tech as the manager of the shop, and buy one and get one more service writer here that will do service writing, quality control, driving the cars and checking them over before they leave.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to have. That's what in my mind. That's what I want to do, and that way I can step away a little bit
Yeah.
and do the things I want to do.
That sounds like a very good plan, Tim. So anyway, I want to thank you again for your valuable time to be on Top Shop Podcast. And it's been a while since I've been to Tennessee. So my wife is from the Philippines. I want to take her to the Smoky Mountains. So I'll be there one of these days.
Yeah, it's about 200 miles away.
Is that 200?
Yeah,
Wow, from where you're at? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
a little bit all the way you to the east, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
to the
I'm in
east.
the middle.
You're in the middle, yeah. All right. Well, Tim, thanks a lot for your time. We really appreciate it.
All right,
All right, thanks. All right,
all
so
right.
For additional automotive resources and exclusive content, follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our episodes. Thanks again for joining us in the driver's seat, and we'll see you next time for another thrilling episode of Top Shop.